Hey, what's up interwebs? I'm that toy guy, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Bionicle 2003 Titan set, Takua and Pewku. So here she is, and this is big. This is a big set. I don't have the original box because, where did I buy this? I bought it off Kijiji, and it was used, so it didn't come with instructions, but I do have, what do I have here? I have a rubber band. Now it's on the floor. So this is Takua and Pewku, and this is one of my favorite sets because, well, A, it's a good set, and B, because I had this when I was a kid, and I could never figure out how to put it together. It just kind of sat in a pile of parts on my desk, and then I used it to build some random thing when I was... How old was I? I don't even remember how old I was when I got this. I know I didn't get it in 2003, so yeah, there's that, but this set's pretty cool. Now, I will take a look at the little figure first, but just to show off the accessory that she comes with, it's the Coley stick for this guy, which I'll explain right now. So we'll take him off, roll her out of the way. Here's the little villager that you get. The most important little villager you get. This is Takua, and this is this is the newer Matoran build of that year. They went from being those little tiny things they threw discs to being this. And yeah, he's pretty cool. It's a little floppy, but yeah, I wish the Picari here, or Picaru, I forget how to pronounce that. I wish his mask could match up with this color, because it kind of looks like he's gone pale, like he's seen something very ghastly, and he's like, I saw a ghost. Squirrel. Oh. But yeah, articulation-wise, the head does nothing. The shoulders are on ball joints. The hands are on ball joints. He does rotate here at the waist due to the gimmick. The legs can go forward, they can go back, and he has a thigh swivel, so you can get some decent poses out of this guy. Now, he can hold his little stick here. You just peg it into his hands, just like so. And that's his weapon. There goes his mask. Come on, there you go. And that's his weapon. And that's how the gimmick works. Just twist this knob back here, and it'll, you know, shake that around. And this puck does come out, so you can put it down and play a game of Coley with your friends. You just be like, ta-da! Now, what the game of Coley is, to people who don't know, is it's sort of like lacrosse, if you know what that is, and great if you don't. It's basically where you have a stick with a little net at the end, where you catch a ball, you run around, you throw it to other players, and you have to try and get it in a net. It's basically like hockey, but the ball's in the air instead of on the ground. And Coley is basically the same thing, except you can hit it on the ground, or you can pick it up and throw it. The little puck. In the movie, there were little balls, but I think Zamor spheres fit in here. I'm not 100% sure, but they might, so I mean, if it does, then there you go. But yeah, that's basically the sport, and these were the sticks they used in the movie, so I'm really glad we got these in actual toy form. Now, this guy does have a couple of problems, the floppiness of the chest and the floppiness of the legs. He will just flop any which way you want him to go. Like, that takes no effort, and I can do that. So that does kind of suck. But the mask is pretty cool. It's the same mask that we got for the last 2 years. So, yeah, same thing with the face underneath. It's the same Matoran face we got for the past 2 years. Just plug that back on there. And that's basically it. Now, I do have Jala here, his buddy, his partner, the captain of the guard. So, yeah, they do make for a pretty cool pair. I love having the set of both of these. I just think that that's awesome. And these are great for army building. You can get a whole bunch of these and customize them with different masks, different feet, different body types, different colors to mimic the different elements. And yeah, these guys are obviously both fire guys because red. So there he is. Oh, and comparison. I forgot to do that. You already know his name. And to show an older Bionicle next to a newer Bionicle, here is Skull Warrior. As you can see, the evolution between this guy and this guy. It's just... he's falling over. This guy has, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 points of articulation. This guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17 points of articulation. So, obviously there's a vast improvement, but this is like, what is it, 12 years later? 11, 12 years later, so, yeah, this guy's pretty cool. Now, taking a look at the main attraction, the meat of the set. Just don't eat it. The crab. Now, this is Pewku. She was Takua's crab. I think it's an usul crab. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, in the movie, they would ride. Him and his buddy Jala would ride on this everywhere they went, except when they found a bird, and they're like, "We're gonna fly a bird and be a jerk and leave you behind." And then, yeah. But obviously, this thing is pretty gappy. Again, I will express my opinion of their robots. They're supposed to be gappy, so deal with it. And plus, for the gimmick torque, it has to be gappy. So again, deal with it. But you do have these really nice slopes going to give her that roundish sort of crab-like shell look. You got the claws up front, which are just Borak claws. You have the mouth up here, which is actually down here. You have a Roxy torso piece, which is there, and you have the Roxy back. It doesn't lock in, but I mean, no one displays their figure like that, so you're not going to see it do that. You have Toamata hands as eyes with ball joints in them for the actual eyes themselves, and they are articulated, so she can look completely insane if you want her to. There's a loud clicking noise going on somewhere in my house. It's annoying me. She does have 2 glaring blue pins, but they serve a purpose, which I'll get to in a second. But the main feature of this set is the fact that she can do this. When you roll her across, the legs walk. And I think that's really cool. I mean, the wheel just fell. How does that? Oh god. Stupid wheel just fell off. Okay, hang on, let me put this back together. I got the leg back on. So yeah, it's a very cool feature, and I do quite enjoy it a lot. Now, articulation-wise, eyes are on ball joints, they can move around, and the arms are on double ball joints, so they can do all sorts of things and stuff, and yeah. Now, you can sit a Matoran on her. That sounded weird, but oh well. Gotta get the stick out of the hand. And there are these 2 ports right here and here that when you take Takua here, and you take these 2 blue pins, the eye out of the way here, take those 2 blue pins, and they just sit right there. Now he's riding on his little crab thing. And you can take Jala, that's the reason why I have him here. And he can sit, get that in there, he can sit right here on the back. And you can have both Matoran on the crab, just like in the story. And I think that's really cool. I love how they were able to incorporate that into this set here. And it just adds to the playability of it. Now, build-wise, this thing has a very decent build. Yes, it is very gappy. It's a little bit, I'm gonna say too gappy. Like, I mean, they could have put an extra pipe in here somehow to fill in this, but that's the only problem I have. Everything else, the gaps, I can live with, because for this whole thing here to work, you need all that gap in there. So yeah, she does have 2 Roxy torsos, one here at the back and one here at the front to help with the to help bulk it out. 2 Technic beams. It's a very, very, very Technic-centric build. Actually, the only Bionicle pieces on this Technic set are there are here and at the front. Everything else on this thing is Technic. But overall, it's a very, very nice set. Now, for comparison with Skydive here. There's Skydive. Stop looking down. And as you can see, he's taller, but lengthwise, next to the crab, he's shorter. So I mean, you can take the crab and go and kill Skydive. And here's the Gecko bird, which is the other creature Rahi Titan set of that wave. Also my first ever set with Robo Rider heads. There's the Gecko bird's massive. But yeah, there both of them are. And they're both girls. Just thought I'd point that out. But overall, this set is very nice, and I highly recommend people pick it up. I think it goes for about $30 on the secondary market, I think. I got this in a box of sets for, what was it, $140? Got 43 sets in that box. 3 of which being Titan Takanuva, the Rocco T3, the Jetrax T6, and I'm missing, out of those 3, I'm missing the Axelara T9, but that is also a very expensive set, so there's no way I'm getting that anytime soon. But yeah, this has been my look at the LEGO Bionicle 2003 Titan set Pewku and Takua, and I'm that toy guy, and stay tuned for my next video.